So this is what I do in multiplayer. I will almost always go right and find some of this, especially if you're starting day one. If you're not starting day one, then I would just skip the tutorial. Oh boy, there it is. There she is. So I read on Reddit, somebody had requested a YouTube series to watch for Eco, and with the new patch, the 8.0 patch. So you know what? After about 2,500 hours of Eco, I thought maybe I could do an educational series, right? That's kind of what this series is going to be about. You know, how to play the game, what the professions are. We'll go through most of them because we need them to get through the end game, which is defeating the meteor. And since this is going to be a single player game, I will talk a lot about multiplayer strategies and how to use the professions when you're playing in a world where the SP rate is going to be drastically different than a single player experience. Okay, but I'll go through those steps and tips and recommendations, and hopefully you'll learn something. And if you know something I don't know, like I don't know everything clearly, say something in the comments. I'd appreciate it if you taught me something, because there are things I don't know. Like, how many logs do you get from a cyber tree right now? I don't know. Probably somewhere between 80 to 100, I'm guessing, because they're a pretty big tree, bigger than an oak. But things like that I may not know yet. Don't know the specifics of every little detail, but I know how to navigate the game pretty well. And I think for a beginner or someone who's just starting out with Eco, you'll learn a lot from the series. Now, when you first get into the game, I think it's important you hit new game, and then this is the list of servers for multiplayer. But if you just want to play single player, you just hit the arrow and it takes you to this other list of servers that, I don't know what a cities upon a hill list means. Worlds with established citizens welcome in new established cities welcome in new citizens. Okay. Not sure what that means, but alright. Quite a few servers here to grab from. And then you keep going. Strange worlds, I guess, is like heavily modded worlds. What was the last one? Brave, experienced citizens in highly collaborative worlds. Okay, so like if you have a difficult or high or very high specialization against high specializations, strange worlds are modded. So we're gonna do we're gonna make this a new world YouTube series, no collaboration, just 1 to 3 players. You could make other worlds, high, medium, low. This is just no collab. I'm not gonna let anyone join. Generate random landscape. For some reason or another, the server you join move the spawn, but I'm not gonna mess with the avatar. You could change it from female to male, change your skin tone and shade and hair. Maybe we'll go a little bit more unkept. Oh, let's go with the bald look, actually. So I said I wasn't going to mess with it, and here I am already messing with it. And you could really have a lot of fun with the different color schemes you can use, but I'll just stay with the blue and purple. Nothing wrong with it. And here we go. Here we are. We first get into the world, and man, it's a beauty. It's a beauty of a world. In 8.0, there's been a lot of changes to the world gen. You can see... Oh, got my first star. I'm at level 3 already, huh? But you can't see your food or skills in the bottom left-hand corner in Eco until you've completed the control or the tutorial. And so it says, WSD to move, space to jump, and then tab to turn on the mouse cursor, that you can go to the different icons and mess with your toolbar. Now I've changed some of the key settings here, so don't mind those, but usually like the economy viewer is Y and laws, I think, or something else, but I've changed some of them around for myself just because I found I constantly was hitting them when I was trying to type. Like I would forget to press C or enter to chat. But yeah, the rivers are different. The new high grass, I think this is called switch grass. It gives you a lot more plant fiber per scythe. But when you first start, you can go through the tutorial. Let's see if we can find the meteor in the sky. A lot of the tutorial is great if you're playing on a single player world, but it's really tough to finish everything on the tutorial when you're playing on a multiplayer world, because it will ask you to go gather some things, and you might not be able to gather everything. But alright, let's set up our camp. So you press B, open up your backpack. Now I usually immediately plant my camp. I like to put on my little hat and my goggles. These are because I'm an alpha backer. I've had eco since the alpha. That's a cool thing, a big blue arrow. Haven't seen that before. Now I recommend you plant your campsite right away, and not just because you want to finish the tutorial and go through it, but you want to grab your tools. You want to grab some more claim papers. Now you get, now the campsite uses 2 claim papers automatically when you first launch it. Let's take everything out of it, because I'm gonna go and look around for a place I'm gonna settle. Now in eco, I actually, if you've played Minecraft, I'm sure you know your toolbar setup is where you like to have things. I like to put my little meteor shard. It doesn't do anything, it just looks kind of cool on your backpack. At 0, I like to put my land claim stake at 9. And now I've taken everything out. I have my tomatoes, my torch stand, my torch, and 8 claim papers. You always start off with 10. Before it used to be 4 when you planted the campsite, or planted the campsite, and then now it's 2, and you could see your claim. Taintropolis, right? It always uses your username and some sort of city or field or spire or something at the end, right? Now you can come in here, you can change the color of it as you like. I like to have it a little bit less bright so that on the map it's not as visible and you could still see through the color of it. But I'm not going to keep this. I don't want to keep this. I'm going to pick up my claims, because I want every single claim I start off with. Hammer your tent and hammer your tiny stockpile. So now you have everything to go. You can hit M, open up your map, which is good. I want to look at my map to find a place to settle. Now when I start off a world, I want to settle in a junction of 3 important biomes for me. Number 1, grassland. Grassland is, or desert. Actually, a desert is viable now with the... Oh, what is this? This is awesome. Around the planet set to impact within 30 real days. This is cool. Together with your fellow citizens, you'll need to advance civilization to a level of technology capable of stopping the meteor. Since all your resources to do this come from the environment, you could very well destroy the planet before the meteor even impacts. That's true. Pollution. Eco's tough. You gotta make sure you do everything you need to. But to navigate these twin dangers, you'll need to collaborate with your fellow citizens to build a thriving economy tempered by a well-run government. Oh man, this is some really cute artwork I've never seen before. You'll create cities, markets, and a thriving industry. Look at that steam truck. Street lamps. Oh man, this is cute. You'll elect leaders and pass laws to grow your economy and protect the ecosystem. You'll advance technology and acquire massive power over the environment. Look at the excavators, the pump jacks, the drilling oil. Ultimately, your success will depend on your intelligent collaboration and governmentship among your fellow citizens. Now look, that's using reinforced concrete and frame glass and flat steel, those skyscraper looking buildings. Time to get started. Man, this is dope. Honestly, I didn't know this even existed because I haven't done the tutorial in forever, but there it is. I found the meteor right there. Let's get rid of the map. Cool. So a few things when you're using the map, I personally just get rid of the immediate waypoints. These are the markers. You can just delete all markers. You can hit drop marker. You know, like let's say I wanted to drop marker here, right? Like, oh, this is an interesting spot. Let me drop it here. And then you click on the little dot it creates. You can create a title. change the color of it. You know, I want to make it red, easy to spot. You can copy it to the clipboard and paste it right into chat. You can display it off screen, so it'll always kind of point you a direction when you're looking at it, the distance, how long till you get there, and you can make it global. Usually global, like it says right here in the screen, only the world leader can change global markers, and that's on multiplayer. The world leader has the ability to create those global markers, but I don't need that marker right now. I'm going to go back to myself here. Look around the biomes. This is a small planet, so hopefully I have all the biomes I need. It looks like, you know, in settings you can have, you know, enable trees. I want to be near trees, you know, very important, because I'm almost always going to start with carpenter. I think carpenter is the most important profession to start with in this game entirely. I want to be near the beach. I want to have grassland biome. Grassland biome is the most important biome to get started in. It's actually called the easy biome. You know, the jungle is or forests are more difficult biomes to start because they don't have sandstone or what's the other? There's another starter stone now, you know, because you no longer just mine stone. You either mine sandstone, basalt, granite, gneiss, or shale. Shale's another starter stone that gets converted to stone on the workbench. But okay, so here we are. Desert is viable. The saguaro cactus act like trees. They don't give you many logs per, but you also can find iron ore and sandstone pretty easily there, and gold. The grassland biome has everything essentially except copper. Copper is generally only found, you know, you can go to biome, and it's called the taiga or boreal forest, and that is nice. There's a little boreal forest quite close to us. I think I'm gonna go right here. I think this is gonna be where I settle, because this gives me the grasslands, this gives me the trees from the boreal forest, it gives me the jungle. I think the jungle has the best tree in the game, called the ceiba tree. It has quite a lot of food to get started with, charred foods like charred papayas, etc. So I like this little settlement here. Let's see if there's anything even better. And I want to be close to the ocean as well. And the reason I want to be near the ocean is I like to smelt offshore. I like to build a little bridge and maybe go right over here and destroy and pollute the hell out of the ocean instead of having to mine all the way to bedrock to protect your talons. You know, and you'll learn about talons. Talons are really tough to... Oh, there was a fox right in that pumpkin. Talons are super tough to deal with. Okay, so it's telling me to dig. You know what? Let's just go through a lot of this. So cool, got that done. What did this say? Mine and target some sandstone. Left click to break it apart and pick up the sandstone with E. All right, where was there? Look fast. I think it was right over here. I see some. So sandstone. Look, here's a sandstone. Let's break that up. Pick it up with E, and then here's iron. I could place that down actually, and this is what iron looks like. Iron can be found in the grasslands. It just exposed. It's pretty easy to find actually in the grasslands. It has a way smaller... Oh, I can just harvest rice. Great. Let's get some rice. The grasslands have rice now. If you didn't play before, you know, before rice used to be in what was called the wetlands biome, but you know, now it's here. Now you cannot pick up wheat. This is wheat, but to pick up wheat you need a scythe, and to get a scythe you need logs and stone. So what's this next one? Nutrition meter unlocked. Track your calories and nutrients here. The better quality and more balanced your diet, the faster you gain experience. We'll talk about the pie and the nutrition values, really important. Each slice represents a different nutrition: carbs, protein, fat, and vitamins. Optimal balance is 25% of each nutrient. The pie shrinks as your calories go down. You'll see that every time you do an action, or you're running, or even just, you know, standing around, there will be calorie reduction. If you run out of calories, you can't work until you eat. There is some interesting parts about that. You can harvest with E, right, without any calories. Oh, there we go, corn. We need corn actually, And the reason why is we'll need it for the farmer's skill book. So I'm just going to pick up all this corn. Oh, this is not ripe yet. That's cool. It's nice that it tells you that. Oh, was that not right? Yeah. Oh, and beets. Perfect. These aren't ripe. These are. And this is usually what you do when you first spawn in the game. You want to go ahead and pick up food and vegetables, get some produce ready. Now, we don't have a bow to be able to hunt these bison, but we will soon, because we're going to need them for a few reasons. One, they give us charred meat. They give us tallow. Tallow is actually good to make tallow candles, which are made into carved pumpkins. And carved pumpkins give us housing SP. They give us 1 skill point as a general room for decoration, and they have a 20% less yield, so the next one will give us 0.8 if you have more than 1. But the carved pumpkin just takes 1 pumpkin and 1 tallow candle. Tallow candles are made at the workbench, and they take 3 tallow. So yeah, we'll talk about that, how we get there. But I like tallow. I like carved pumpkins right now for as a room decoration in each room that you're going to build in your house, because it's building houses, you know, there's 4 rooms each, and you can actually have generally 3 of each room to maximize your housing. Oh, I already picked these up. All right, let's go pick these up over here. And I think I didn't really get a chance to, the map is a little bit bugged. Sometimes you can't scroll out because you have to just minimize this and then it'll let you scroll out again. Wait, is this even a better spot? This looks like it's a little bit flatter. It's got more grassland area. It's kind of far from trees though. You see that? It's far from trees and it doesn't give me the jungle I like. So here, I can start building right away. I think this is granite though. I'm not going to be able to break up this granite. Yeah, but it's right near the jungle, which I want to be around. There's plenty of sandstone right there. And then the ocean. Let's take a look around a little bit more. See if we find maybe even a better spot. Since the world's kind of small, it's probably not going to be a better spot than that. Oh, this is nice. A little alcove, a little ocean or lake that streams right into the ocean, and then the ocean's right here. And it's got some redwood trees. But let's enable the biome. I want to be able to make sure that we're definitely living in the grassland. So let's grab grassland biome. This is where we are now. And this is definitely a grassland. And this is grassland too. But you know what? We're just going to stick to this. Let's drop a marker. And new start. Let's change it to a red. Easier to see on the map. Cool. Now this thing's telling me eat some carbs. So corn, great carbs to eat raw. Beets, great for vitamins. Raw, you can see it has 3 carbs, 1 protein, 1 fat, 3 vitamins. Great. Rice, I think it's more carb heavy, like 7 carbs, 1 protein. Yeah. And what's this here? Forage for food. Collect wild huckleberries. We should actually do that right away. We're going to need that for the farmer skill book. And we'll talk about research in a bit. Open up your tent by looking at it. Press E, navigate to the other. Okay, we'll have to do that later. But for now, let's move this seed out of here. Let's keep these. And we're probably going to eat... Oh wait, I think tomatoes... They give you a little bit more carbs and beets and the same vitamins. So that's pretty good. So if you go down here, look at my nutrition now. My carbs are really heavy at 4. My protein's at 1.3. My fat is 0.3. We're pretty much not going to have fat until we can eat either rice sludge, which is something you cook on the campfire, or you get some meat or fish even. So maybe we'll get started with fish as well, because fish is a great resource. So you can hunt and keep the animals for the leather hide, the elk and bison to make mounts, which are great decoration items for your house, and then just use your fish traps to get fish for your protein and fat early game. Now, I'm currently gaining 100 SP because of the balance multipliers times 1, the base gain is 12, and the base multipliers times 5 based on the carbs, protein, fat, and vitamins. Once I get more fat and protein and kind of balance out my nutrition, my skill points are gonna shoot up, and that's great. And that's why playing in single player with the high SP rate, it's exponentially higher than what you're going to find in any multiplayer world. But a lot of the strategies and ideas I came up with for you are great in multiplayer. Plant your campsite, pick it up right away, take it with you. Where did I put that waypoint marker? There it is. New start. Now, running in Eco 8.0 is a pain in the ass. It is. What is this? I can't even tell unless I have a scythe. But that's cool. There's a cactus here. But I'm not even going to bother. Oh, there's a little hare. Runs away from me. You know what? Let's take some sandstone with us, actually. And we'll make it into regular stone, because we're going to need a lot of stone early game to get some of our crafting tables going. Now you can carry 20 items for stone. I think it's 15 for hewn log and 15 for mortared stone. So, but generally most things are 20. Dirt, tail ends, barrels. Once you get to oil barrels, those are 10 each, or gasoline as well as barrels. Some items are either 10 to carry, 20, or 15. Let's get through this little patch. And now this is one of the changes a lot of players who've played Eco before and are playing 8.0 complain about. And it's oh my god, running through here is so annoying. Well, the cool thing is, as you level up survival, and the way you level up the survival skill is actually, the way you level it up is through calories, doing things. Anything that requires calories, you're going to reduce, or you're going to increase your skill. Now, we're here. I can tell that we're in a forest because of this plant called a salal. Now, if you've played Eco before, the salal never looked this tall, but man, it just slows you down to a crawl. But that's okay. We want huckleberries because we need huckleberries to complete this quest here, collect huckleberries, and we actually need it for the farmer's skill book. So let's go into our map. Let's find the huckleberry. The map is such a powerful tool. You need to use it, and there's two things that you're going to always use it for. One, I want to find the huckleberry population, and you're looking for little purple spots that glow. Man, there's going to be none, huh? We're going to be going far, I can already tell. Huckleberry used to be abundant before this patch, and now it's one of those very hard to find. Right there, look at that little purple spot quite a ways from us. Actually, it's not too far. I forgot that this is such a tiny world. Alright, oh, you hear the wolf? Oh, hope you heard that. Okay, so this is a huckleberry yield right over there. Sometimes you can use the yield view to know where you should start a farm. It's a great way to know where to start a farm. But a yield view can also tell you where the population is. And clearly, we're going to need to make our way through this. My suggestion is, let's run through the beach. It's going to be so much faster to run through the beach than through the forest. And that's what I would do if I were you. But since I'm doing this here on this play, or YouTube series, this Let's Play, I'm going to run through the biome so you can get a look at this new biomes. They're kind of cool. They look nice. And this big old tree right there you can spot, that's a redwood. So huckleberry yield population right there, and that's exactly where the population is, over here. I want to drop a marker because this is, use your tools. I'm going to get rid of this as soon as we get there. Make it a little purple, make it easy to find, and since I used the name Huckleberry, it's automatically going to hyperlink it to me to show me how many there are. There's 41 Huckleberry in this whole world. Oof. Alright, but this is the direction we're going in. Another thing I actually neglected to mention you can hit show in the world. And this is a nice thing to do because you'll be able to spot. Look at this tree. Oh my goodness, this must be a redwood. Yeah, it is. You know it. Oh, it's gonna take like, that's probably gonna take like 2 stone axes to knock down if I remember right. So you'll go through your entire stone axe once. Not, oh my god, I don't think I can climb over this. Go through your entire stone axe once, probably twice, and have to repair it twice. So it's good to have some stone on you. I like to carry a repair bench and a workstation with me at all times. Just, you know what, it takes up 2 spots in my inventory, but it is so useful. Workbench, drop it down, get some stone. Oh look, some beets. Drop down the workbench, grab some shale or sandstone, and bam, you're in business making some stone, repair your tools. And that's why you keep that repair bench with you. Just drop it down, bam, repair. Alright, I'm not gonna see anything. There is no huckleberry around. And I would see it in the world. Right now it's all grayed out because we have the show in the world view of huckleberry. As soon as there's huckleberry, it's going to pop out with a nice little purple view. Oh look, this is a fireweed plant. These make boiled shoots. Probably one of the best early game campfire foods for vitamins right here. And this is because we're up on that mountain right now. Man, am I gonna be able to get up here? I'm gonna have to drop this stone, aren't I? Wait. We made it. So you can actually jump 2 blocks high as long as the blocks are round like this. If the blocks are round like this, you can usually get like a 2 block jump going. And with dirt as well, you can just run up 2 blocks when it's dirt and it's rounded. So that's nice to know. Oop, the view went away. So that's one of the things I noticed. The view doesn't stay forever. Oh, look, there's a deer. The mountain goats, the deers, these are all new animals. Now this is a really ugly looking biome. I wish there was way more snow on this biome. I thought snow looked really nice in the last version of the game, but for some reason you really don't see a lot of snow anymore. But snow would be so nice up here. This nice, mountain biome. Alright, so we're almost at the huckleberry. And so this is what I do in multiplayer. I will almost always go right and find some of this, especially if you're starting day 1. If you're not starting day 1, then I would just skip the tutorial. Oh boy, there it is. There she is. Let's go, let's get, oh, we only got 3 huckleberries. We need 4 seeds. Oh my god, if that's the only huckleberry, we're not making a farmer's skill book at all. I don't even need, that this is the animal. We don't want animal. Plant. Let's go to huckleberry. Again. Oh my god. Okay. Huckleberry population. That was it. Oh shoot. Oh, we're not gonna find any more huckleberry. That was it right here. This little bush gave me 3 huckleberry and no seeds, and I'm pretty sure that's it. That is all she wrote. Oh man, the fat lady is singing. Is there any other bushes that I missed? Nope. Oh man, huckleberry is so hard to get. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna just skip the farmer's skill book. And what I mean by the farmer's skill book, if you haven't played eco before, is there's research in eco. Every skill is essentially, outside of a few, needs a skill book to be researched that creates, and then a skill book creates a skill scroll. Let me get rid of this view here. Let's look at the world. Now, if you play eco for the first time, you may not see the water the same way I did. I went into the graphic settings and got rid of the water setting that makes it look all wobbly, dobbly, timey-wimey, So I just like to see it clearly and, see some fish. Oh man, that's a big tuna. Just so you know, you can hunt tuna with a bow and arrow or fishing pole. You cannot grab tuna with a fishing trap. And I'm actually going to pick up some urchin urchin and clams, and the reason why is now with 8.0, Eco 8.0, you can craft a lot of the things that you couldn't before without a skill. And the fishing skill is completely gone now in Eco. You can make a fishing trap. All you need to do is have logs. And if you have logs, you can make a fishery. You can make fishing traps. Now, it's super inefficient. Very inefficient to make fishing traps until you have, I think, carpentry, the carpentry skill, which I'm going to be able to take up very soon, because that's the first skill I recommend you take, especially your first playthrough. You should become a carpenter first. Now, you can do a lot of things first. You can become a farmer. I think you can become a hunter. Yeah, you can become a miner. You can become a logger. Miner's probably the second most important skill to start with if you plan on getting rid of any sort of granite rocks. Anything past sandstone or shale will require a miner or a more advanced pick. So the way it works is in Eco 8.0, as I'm hunting down these clams and urchins, which I'm going to convert into fish. Don't ask me how that works in the real life, but whatever. The fishery lets me use them now to get me some early game fish without having fishing traps. And did we just see an otter? We just saw an otter floating around somewhere. Water looks great. Let me tell you, this water looks beautiful. Good for a swim. Alright, so where is that otter? Well, there he is. Little sea otter. Just so you know, you can kill these sea otters. And I do. They are the easiest raw meat you can get in the game now. Turtles used to be the easy raw meat in the game before. They used to take 1 arrow, gave you 2 raw meat. That is a great deal. Oh, look at that saber tree. You're going to be mine soon, buddy. So this is our little future home. I got the forest right there, the fir tree. We got some granite I'm not going to be able to do anything with because of mining. And like I was saying before, with mining, you can break a block at level 3 that's higher than the pick you have on. So a stone pick at level 3 mining will let you break granite. But you don't have mining, you just need an iron pick. And it just keeps going up that way. So if you want to break basalt, you need a steel pick without the mining skill. Alright, so this is my future lands. Now, should I build down here where it's easy and flat and have those trees, or should I build up here away from the ocean? How soon am I gonna need the ocean, essentially? That's the question I have to ask myself, because if I build up, what is this? Is like a half forest, half grassland biome. Yeah, this is all like grassland here. I'm sorry, forest. There's the little patch of grassland. If I build here, this is flat, but then I'm going to have to build ramps down to the ocean. Right?